Elizabeth was born in London in 1926. She was a princess, but nobody expected her to be queen. Her father was the Duke of York, not the king. Elizabeth had a happy childhood. She loved horses and dogs. Elizabeth was close to her younger sister, Margaret. They had lessons at home with their governess. Elizabeth learned history, languages and music. She was a bright and curious child. World War II began when Elizabeth was a teenager. She and Margaret moved to Windsor Castle for safety. Elizabeth made her first radio broadcast during the war, speaking to children who had been evacuated from their homes. Elizabeth's life changed forever in 1936. Her uncle, King Edward VIII, decided to marry Wallis Simpson. Wallis was divorced, and the Church of England did not allow divorced people to remarry if their former spouse was still living. Edward chose love over duty and abdicated the throne. His younger brother, Elizabeth's father, became King George VI. Elizabeth was now the heir to the throne. Princess Elizabeth married Philip Mountbatten in 1947. He was a Greek prince. Philip gave up his titles to become a British citizen. He was given the title Duke of Edinburgh. Elizabeth and Philip had 4 children, Charles, Anne, Andrew and Edward. King George VI's health declined in the early 1950s. While on a trip to Kenya in 1952, Princess Elizabeth received news that her father had died. She was now Queen Elizabeth II. Her coronation took place at Westminster Abbey in 1953. It was a grand ceremony watched by millions around the world. Queen Elizabeth II took her role as head of state very seriously. She saw it as her duty to serve her country and the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is a group of countries that were once part of the British Empire. The Queen met with her prime ministers regularly. She also travelled extensively throughout her reign, visiting Commonwealth countries and other nations. She saw her role as a symbol of continuity and stability, especially during times of change and uncertainty. The Queen's reign saw many changes in Britain and the world. There were social and political upheavals, economic booms and busts, and technological advancements. Through it all, the Queen remained a constant and reassuring presence. She modernized the monarchy by opening up Buckingham Palace to the public and allowing television cameras to film some royal events. She also worked to make the monarchy more relevant to modern society. Queen Elizabeth II travelled more than any other monarch in history. She went on hundreds of state visits and tours representing the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. She met world leaders, dignitaries and ordinary people from all walks of life. Her travels helped to strengthen relationships with other countries and promote British interests abroad. She was a respected figure on the world stage, and her diplomacy helped to build bridges between nations. The Queen faced challenges during her reign. There were scandals involving members of the royal family, and public opinion of the monarchy fluctuated at times. However, the Queen's personal popularity remained high. She was respected for her dedication to duty, her work ethic, and her sense of humor. She adapted to changing times while upholding the traditions of the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth II reigned for over 70 years. This made her the longest reigning monarch in British history. She was a symbol of stability and continuity in a rapidly changing world. She was also a role model for public service and dedication to duty. She was known for her strong work ethic, her sense of humor, and her grace under pressure. She continued to carry out her royal duties until the very end of her life. Queen Elizabeth II witnessed incredible changes during her lifetime. She navigated Britain through the post-war era and into a new millennium. Her reign saw the decline of the British Empire and the rise of the Commonwealth. She embraced technology from the first televised coronation to the age of the internet. Through it all, she remained a symbol of stability, duty, and grace. Her legacy is one of unwavering service, quiet strength, and a lasting impact on the world stage.